as you can see, I made quite some progress now, but due to a problem with my batteries, I had to stop filming, had to recharge one set, and the other set I got is completely broken, so I had to wait, but I still wanted to complete my gearbox. So what did I do? Well, I still had to install the reverse gear shaft and the gear itself. Like I said, the gear has a slanted edge on one side. Make sure it corresponds with the slanted edge on the secondary shaft, so it engages properly. The shaft of the reverse gear also has a pin, and the pin needs to go in the bottom side of the gearbox because there is a little indentation where the pin will fit in. So the hole of this bolt is aligned properly, so you can pull it tight later on and just insert it. I also did an initial fitment without any gasket, just tightening 2 bolts down, and you can check for play on the primary. Then I took the upper piece back off. I gave the surfaces a wipe with the brake cleaner and applied the Loctite. Then I put the upper half back on, tightened down the bolts. I believe it was 15 Newton meters on the bolts. I also lifted up the secondary by prying underneath this gear under here where the differential fits in. So that gear over there. And then you can install the clip we extracted and on the disassembly. So only thing that's left now is this one over here, and this I put the other one over here. I don't really remember the positions, so I need to go back and watch my videos and possibly need to swap them around because their position is kind of important, so we'll need to look into that one again. Then we have these 2 bolts with these washers that hold the bearing down, so tighten those up. Oh, also don't forget to install the oil gutter over here and make sure it protrudes through this piece, this hole in the top half. Was also quite a bit of fiddling with these 2 shafts to get them aligned properly, but I got there eventually. So tighten those up. I like to use a ring spanner to give them the final tighten. It gets a better feel for it. That should be plenty. Okay. Next up is our clip over here with the bolt that holds that into place. So I take the clip, so that's this one right here. Zoom in a bit. And it should fit over here. Which way was it? Because this side, so this side over here, so this side over here is rounded, and the other side of the shaft over here has an edge, a straight edge, so just insert it like that. There you go. I don't get it. No. I'm wrong. I must be wrong. So like this then. Still think there's something wrong with it, but we'll see. If I'm not mistaken, it's this bolt right here. That looks about right, so tighten down again with the ring spanner. That's about tight enough. Next up is our 5th gear and the synchro. So we need the stuff on that. This piece is right here. Zoom out a bit. So first we need to install this washer, and if I'm not mistaken, it's that side down. Pretty odd, but it looks like it. So that side down. Next up, this bearing surface or whatever you want to call it. And then the gear. Like so. And last but not least, our synchronizing assembly. Something is missing. So pay attention to how this should fit. So this one can move in either way. This should so it fits in that direction. I'm gonna try to mark it a bit. Should have marked it when you're disassembling this piece. Apparently I forgot. So. Okay, I think that's about right. And next up is seeing which of the two nuts I have, because like I said before, I don't have both of them yet. So 7 and 8, 59, 04, 59, 59. It's 08, and 08 is the one on the secondary. So I have the one on the secondary, I don't have the one for the primary yet. It's no big deal. I'll just install this one over here, finger tight. And they say to third and fourth, fifth, remove the nut of the primary, thread lock, so you need to apply a thread lock on this. Let's see. So, undo it real quick. Clean paper towel. Need to get a new one, so I'll just spray this down. Also do the inside of the nut real quick. So now let it dry for a bit. So now we need a thread lock. I apply it to the inside of the nut. You can put it on the shaft as well, but just go all the way around, and that should do it. Now we need to lock it into place just like we did last time, so that it won't turn around. Like so. That was, or should have been, the size 28. Yep. So we're not into any gear right now, so put it in gear. Any gear would do. So we're in gear right now. Again, I can't seem to hold it back, so I'm just gonna hug it real quick. I think that's tight enough, but I'm not sure. Just I'm going to tilt it on its side and try again. So that should be enough, I hope. So disengage the gear. So now we need to bend the tabs. The tabs inwards. So it won't move again. So we have our hammer, we have our punch, a little smaller. So that's one side. And the other. Next up, our 5th gear selector. So how do we go about this again? So this needs to come off again. Keep it in its position. Install the fork. And lower the entire assembly down. Make sure your alignment's all fixed. There's a little ball inside with a spring load, so should push in the ball. There we go. Like I said before, line up the synchro, and as soon as you hear the snap, you're golden. You need to take the spring pin, small one, So this one, and install it into the shaft. Need to align it a little bit, so try to find a punch that fits inside the shaft. Trying to align this. So I take the punch and just beat it down all the way. Now I have protrusion on both sides, so that's fine.